How are you? Welcome to Moonrise Cottage for your May 2019 Soul Cycle reading. Beautiful month for you. A very full month, my guides are saying, of sixth house activation. It's fantastic. What you love, what you do in terms of your work, your home, your health. There is a path coming forward. As you know, you've got Jupiter traveling along with you now till near the end of the year. So this month, you're going to have a new moon in the sixth house. And then on the 7th, Mercury joins the party. On the 16th, Venus comes into your sixth house. You've actually got Mars in your seventh house for the first few weeks of the year. So it is a time of the month, pardon me. It's a time to take action. It's really wonderful that you have this notion of Mars in the seventh house, taking action in the place of your relationships, business and love relationships, things moving forward and in a sort of an aggressive way. And that's why we see here the first two cards that have come out. The King of Art, that is the Sacred Pathfinder. He is able to remove obstacles. This guy right there. In traditional tarot, that's the King of Cups. So, what is it that you love? Where do you want to put your love and your energy in order to create forward motion to remove obstacles that may be standing in your way? And so, this party in the sixth house has to do with the things that you love. It's not just about your work and all that kind of stuff, right? And also, sort of referencing back, my guides are saying, to Mars in the seventh house. So there's a mystical process going on, activating your seventh house through Mars, the presence of Mars. And we see you sitting under the light of this energy with this sixth house activation and Mars in the seventh house, and you're sitting there as the King of Knowledge. The King of Knowledge is a peasant who kind of rose through his life to a position of power. So it's a beautiful month for you, and building on the energy of Jupiter that you have traveling with you, all right? And then on the 18th, you have a full moon in your 12th house. So clearly, practical matters and mystical things moving forward through the energy of the moon, Mars. This is what moves you forward. This is your story this month. So my guides want to speak with you about that. And at the end of the reading, we're going to pick a rune. I'm asking everyone to please click the like button for me to help the channel grow. I am going through my own shift and change process, and I'm working on growing the channel. It's been a challenging month and a half, I think, for all of us. And now here we are standing in this moment where we're meant to transform, to get ready to go into the next part of our journey. And look, that's the Magician. In Soul Tarot, it is known as the decider of will. Because you have all this power with you this month, you have the ability to wield magic in these areas that the astrology speaks about. So make sure you go and look at your favorite astrology, folks, so that you really know what's going on and how you can wield this energy in your own human life. That's the first step on your human walk. So let's take a look, Spirit, and see what this is all about. I'm going to move my camera back a little bit. It's dark here today, as you can tell. Tried to put some extra light on this reading. No pun intended. Okay, Spirit, what's the next step that beautiful Sag needs to know about? Yeah, okay, so because you're the King of Knowledge, you are able to wield your magic this month and come into a place of courtship with the mystical realm. Mystical knowledge. Coming to the top of your game. You see how they're aligned? And you fall to your knees in a sense, and you join yourself with the mystical realm, the angels, the ascended masters, however you want to look at that. My spirit guides are not fussy about that kind of stuff. They want you to get the general gist of the idea. So in this place that you're standing in, you are able to wield magic now in these areas of your life. In order to come into a sacred bond with the mystical realm, clearly because the Magician is here, the decider of will. And so your will is going to move you into this beautiful relationship, courtship, with sacred knowledge. Because the King, the Pathfinder, whose spear is able to clear away obstacles, is the overarching two things are coming out: medicine and energy. That's the umbrella that you're working under this month as the King of Knowledge, because you've been through a lot. And you've got Jupiter. bringing you to this exalted place in a sense. In order to go on this journey, month is a turning point. May is a turning point, rather, in the cycle of this year. And we're going to come into the time of the eclipse. My guides have already started talking about it. So these are the things that you're going to be working on, because clearly you're moving forward. You are moving obstacles out of your way. And because of the 6th house activation and the full moon, the culmination of this work you're going to be doing this month in the 12th house. Going deep. Bringing forward the things you need to know with the energy and the help of the full moon. It's really beautiful. So Spirit, what's the last card on the human walk? For beautiful Sagittarius, what is it that they need to know about this energy coming forward? Please give us a hint. My guides are saying we're going to give you a hint. Spirit, what is it? Yeah, I love this. Okay, so they're just talking about the full moon. There we go, the King of Battle, right? King of Swords, who lost a part of himself in the battles that he went through. And he had to go through a mystical process to regain it. And that's what's happening with the full moon in your 12th house. As you go through the month, understand there's a mystical process unfolding. You are going to regain a very sacred part of yourself by having the power with the help of the universe to remove obstacles from you. And here's the very next card. The 0 point, a soul journey, a Kundalini awakening. You go out into the mystical realm. So the work that you do as you travel through the month, this is how it culminates. And it is the bridge card. So we see above this figure who's walking off into the mystical realm, the triple spiral of destiny, and walking into the sacred cauldron of healing and renewal. It's a beautiful message. So Spirit, what is it that's happening on the spiritual realm? What is they're talking about the efforts of your soul. What is it, Spirit? The soul cycle of beautiful Sagittarius. What are they working on this month that we can see reflected in the human walk? Look, this has been coming out a lot. The Tower. In Soul Tarot, it's the changer of truth. And there's another bowl. That which is no longer serving you is going to fall away because obstacles are being removed. And it is your soul journey this month to move beyond the obstacles, the things that have been standing in your way. They're going to fall away because your truth is changing and you are in command, my guides are saying. Because of the magic of your soul journey this month, it is the work of your soul to remove these obstacles and to bring forward the change that you've been seeking. My guides are talking about you're going to bring the Tower moment. That's what your soul is doing, and it's going to be really magical because you're going to come into alignment with the sacred realm. As the King of Battle, who had a lot of challenges, fell off his throne because someone cut his hand off and he had to regrow it. And in order to do that, he did have to go on a soul journey. It's interesting. My guides have been using the word reformation. Something being reformed, regrown. And we see 3 kings in this reading, Sagittarius. So when you see the Tower card come out at the soul level, don't you be afraid because you are the one who's bringing forward the Tower. Write me some messages and let me know what you're doing. You're going on a soul journey. And you're not having it. Spirit saying you are not having it. That's what this is all about. You are stepping into your power because of the presence of Uranus and Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Really interesting. Full moon in the 12th house. The moment, I think, when you go through your month and you come into this full moon on the 18th, there's going to be a radical shift and change. Your soul is ready to move forward, and your soul is actually releasing through this magic that which no longer serves you, because you are the king of knowledge, the king of art, and the king of battle. Wow, really interesting. You know, the Spirit's talking about the way in which a Sagittarius creates growth and change with the assistance of Jupiter. Really beautiful. All right, Spirit, what's the next step? What is it that Sag is doing on a soul level? Yeah, look. Woo-wee. Beautiful. The High Priestess, she's been coming out a fair amount in these readings, I think half of the soul readings. So we are all standing at a gateway. That's what the Tower moment is here for, to allow you to stand at the gateway of your own exaltation. My guides are saying, because you are the king. 3 kings on the table. You have the power to change. Your soul is coming through a culmination point, and it is ready to stand at the gateway of the high priestess, who stands at the gateway of the Temple of Solomon. The new moon in her crown and the full moon at her feet in traditional tarot. And in this card, the high priestess stands there. Do you see the sacred spear? She's holding her power. She's highly activated. And you are about to step through, because of this tower moment on a soul level, you're stepping through a gateway into the next part of your evolution and your destiny on a soul level. And we see the soul journey in this position. That's the bridge card that ties your human life, the things you experience. You've been through a lot of battles, Sag. And, you're now bringing magic into the realm. So the King of Battle was somebody who had to reclaim his power. And it's really interesting that we see the King of Knowledge standing next to the King of Art, illustrating for you the battles that you've had, the way you have wielded your power in these battles. You've used magic. You've used your connection to the spiritual realm, and you're culminating that process this month. I think that's what's going on. King of Battle had to regrow his hand through a mystical process, and he rose back up to his throne. So Spirit says, in a sense, it's like that. Look at those 3 kings standing there. Amazing. And it was a magical process, a magical, mystical process, as a result of bonding with the mystical realm, that the King of Battle came back into his power. So whatever it is that's been holding you back, my guides are saying, Shazam, that's it. You're not taking it anymore. Your soul is done with that routine in your life. It's really exciting. I love that the full moon is in your 12th house. It's your gateway. That's what your soul's doing. That's what all this fuss has been about in your life, to bring you to this moment. It's a moment of destiny for sure. Prophesied for you to come forward in this way. And look, the very next thing that we see, 2 cards have come out in tandem. So this last card on the spirit realm, the Sacred Mother, the shaper of growth. So when this tower moment comes, it is a cleansing and a release. And your soul comes through the gateway and immediately met by the Sacred Mother, who shepherds souls across the divide and brings with them all the bounty that they are going to need for this journey that they're going on in the human realm. So things are changing, Sag. If you've been through some difficulties, just understand that's okay. My guides are saying that shit is over. And look, there's the outcome card, the Dreamer of Growth. Do you see how married you are to the mystical realm, rooted there now? Sacred vision, able to see both sides across the veil and manifest what you want, because in traditional tarot, this would be the Star card. And that's the outcome. I love it. You have an enormous amount of power, Sag. Enormous. So make sure to go and check your astrology. Let's take a look at the runes. Spirit, give us a little deeper insight into this beautiful journey with the Magician and the King of Battle. I do know some Sag people. They have been through some battles. It's been going on for quite a while, actually. And you're going to throw it off now. I love this. This is about total liberation. The Changer of Truth. Bringing forward the lightning bolt. Like the tower of the things that don't serve you. Just crumbling and falling away. And it's interesting because we see the sacred bowl here of healing, and right above it, do you see the vessel? Those things that aren't serving you, you now have the power. Your soul has the power to release it, let it go, so it doesn't affect you. So you can step across the gateway into the bounty that was intended for you. So there's some reason, like for all of us, that you had to go through this journey, but you really are stepping into your power this month. It's quite beautiful. I really love it. Look at that. That is the rune for gateway. Oh, I'm getting choked up. Oh, Spirit, thank you. Okay, wow. I'll read to you from the book. I love you guys. You Sag people are so amazing. I'm always inspired when I'm in the presence of a Sagittarius. All right, this is from the Book of Runes by Ralph Blum. He has passed away. He's on the other side, and he left this beautiful legacy. Really cool guy. You can find some videos still on YouTube about him. I don't know if you can find this rune set anymore, but you could look on Amazon or eBay. So this is the rune Thurzaz. It is about the gateway. It is a place of non-action. It is about the god Thor. With a gateway for its symbol, this rune indicates that there is work to be done both inside and outside yourself. Thurzaz represents the frontier between heaven and the mundane. Arriving here is a recognition of your readiness to contact the numinous and the divine. See that? Beautiful. So you contact the numinous and the divine to illuminate your experience so that its meaning shines through its form. Thurzaz is a rune of non-action, and thus the gateway is not to be approached and passed through without contemplation. Here you are being confronted with a clear reflection of what is hidden in yourself and what must be exposed and examined before right action can be undertaken. This rune strengthens your ability to wait. Now is not a time to make decisions. Deep transformational forces are at work in this next to the last cycle runes, and I think given the cards, that's an understatement. Visualize yourself standing before a gateway. Oh gosh, a lot of power coming through, a lot of energy coming through while I'm saying the words. As you stand before the gateway, your entire life lies out behind you and below. Before you step through the gateway, pause, review the past, all the learning, all the joys, the victories, the defeats and the sorrows, everything it took to bring you here to this moment. It is time to observe it all, bless it all, and release it all. For it is in letting go of the past that you reclaim your power. It is time to step through the gateway. Ooh, can you hear my voice? Whoo, Sag, so beautiful. Thank you for all the work you're doing. You guys are just freaking awesome. You're at the top of your game, Sag. If you've been working on something that you've been feeling held back, this is your moment. Take it and go straight for it, because the outcome is the star card, destiny, the ability to manifest and to have clear vision. And you step forward into that place when the full moon comes in your 12th house. And from there, you travel forward through the rest of the year to master your energy, in command of yourself. That's what I believe this is about, because of all the energy of the three kings. Fabulous, isn't it? So, Sag, have a wonderful month. Thank you for being here with me. Please click the like button. And I'm going to go on and do your soulmate reading. That'll publish out in about, I don't know, probably an hour. And I'll put a little link in this video, you know, one of those eye in the sky things. So thanks so much for all your love and accompaniment, for helping me build the channel. I'm really excited about it this year. I'm doing my own release. Tower card came in both my sun sign and my rising sign. I'm thinking about selling Moonrise Cottage, believe it or not, and moving on. There's just a lot of change coming for all of us, and I think May is a pivotal month. So I'm right there with you. I'm sending you my love and hugs. I'll look forward to seeing you and reading your messages. Thanks, everyone.